Good morning. It's Friday, the 25th of March. This is BBC One, and at 6 o'clock, it's time for breakfast.
Good morning. Welcome to breakfast with Victoria, Derbyshire and Ben Thompson.
Morning. Our headlines today. As Russia faces continuing resistance in Ukraine, President Biden warns Moscow that any use of chemical weapons would trigger a response in kind by NATO.
Ahead of a visit to Poland today, he also announces $1 billion in humanitarian aid for those caught up in the conflict.
Good morning. Concerns that more than 1 million people will be pushed into absolute poverty from April. With rising food and fuel prices, we hear from the charities calling on the government to do more to help tackle the rising cost of living.
And we meet the teacher getting bedding to children whose families can't afford to make sure they get a decent night's sleep.
Good morning. Wonderful Wales just one step away now from their first World Cup finals in over 60 years, and it's Captain Marvel Gareth Bale who keeps their dream alive on an emotional night in Cardiff.
A journey back in time in Jamaica for the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge as they take a trip in the very same Land Rover used by the Queen 60 years ago.
And I'll be on the top of Broadcasting House in London at the start of another sunny and warm day for most of you, but there are signs that things may change later in the weekend. I'll have all the details here on Breakfast.
Hi, good morning. It's Friday, the 25th of March, and our top story. The US President Joe Biden has warned that any use of chemical weapons in Ukraine by Vladimir Putin would trigger a response from NATO.
It comes as the alliance approves a major increase of its forces in Eastern Europe following an emergency meeting in Brussels yesterday. Graham Satchell has the very latest.